CBS Atlanta News presents Public Affairs on Peach.
It is a problem plaguing our nation's children. Nearly 1 in every 3 children ages 2 to 19 here in the United States is overweight or obese. Childhood obesity has tripled in the U.S. since 1980, and here in Georgia, it is becoming an epidemic. Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday morning. Good morning to you. I'm Brandon Rudat. We're talking about childhood obesity here in Georgia, and it is becoming a crisis. Take a look at these numbers here. Georgia has the second highest percent of obese children in the United States. Nearly 40% of children in Georgia are overweight or obese. That is nearly 1 million children facing negative health consequences related to obesity. In an effort to combat the childhood obesity crisis here in the United States and here in Georgia, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta has launched a campaign aimed at raising awareness of overweight kids, and they've taken their message to the airwaves.
I don't like going to school because all the other kids pick on me. It hurts my feelings.
All right, that is just one of the ads that have hit the airwaves. Joining us this morning to talk more about this crisis and how to stop it, Dr. Stephanie Walsh, the Medical Director of Child Wellness at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Good morning to you, Doctor.
Good morning.
Let's talk about some of the statistics here, because they're pretty startling when you actually look at them. You say that nearly 40% of Georgia children are overweight and obese. That number is huge.
It is huge, and it is something that's been increasing over the last 30 years. This is not something that happened overnight. This is really an epidemic that's been coming for decades.
And why? Why are we seeing the numbers grow?
We've had so many changes in our society. We no longer sit down for family meals. We have lots of technology that distracts us. We don't get outside and play as much as we used to. We really need to change and shift our whole society to focus more on all those fun things about being healthy again.
Yeah. Does it come down to really, I had a conversation with somebody and they said, you know, kids are playing too many video games inside the house. Does it really come down to that? Because when I was a kid, we had video games, but not to the extent that are out there now. We were playing dodgeball. We were out there playing softball in the middle of the street. Is it come down to, is it that simple, this problem?
It's certainly a big piece of it. I mean, we don't play outside at all like we used to. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we used to kind of get kicked out of the house first thing in the morning
Absolutely.
and told to come back later on, you know, when it was time to eat. But we now have more ways to stay inside and be sedentary than we ever could have dreamed of, right? I mean, there's more opportunity to be inside and not do anything. And our ability to get food at any hour of any day without ever having to cook it has also increased dramatically.
Yeah, a lot of people going to fast food. Is that and also where we're kind of seeing a rise here? A lot of people not really preparing the home-cooked meals where everybody sits down as a family rather than kind of go through the drive-through.
It is, and you know, we have a different society now. So some people, their lives are that fast food is an option for them and something that they have to utilize because their kids are busy and they're working 2 jobs. But we need to work on making some better choices at some of those fast food restaurants as well.
Apparently things have gotten so bad you're now seeing diseases in children that were once only seen in adults. What are we talking about here?
We're talking about type 2 diabetes in 13-year-olds. We're talking about high blood pressure in 12-year-olds, fatty liver disease, high cholesterol, all of that. Pediatricians are now having to learn how to manage.
All right, and Children's Healthcare launching a statewide movement called Strong for Life. What is this program all about? Strong
for Life is a program designed to help Georgia take back health and happiness. And the campaign itself is focused on getting into the school systems, getting into daycares, and working with some of the healthcare providers to really tackle this issue. We're going to have some scalable programs, and we of course have the ad campaign.
All right, and let's talk about this ad campaign. We're gonna air another ad here that's out there, and there is some controversy to this campaign. We've already shown our viewers one. Let's show another one of those ads.
Mom, why am I fat?
Stop sugarcoating it, Georgia. Certainly a powerful campaign.
Right.
Not a lot of words spoken, very dramatic. Why do you think so many people find this ad campaign may be offensive?
Well, we knew there'd be some discomfort with these ads, but we're really trying to get people talking about it. This has been, everyone needs to take care of childhood obesity, whether you have kids or not. We need to change our society so that we're really focused on being healthy again. So everybody needs to do their part. And people aren't doing their part. We weren't talking about it, and we weren't moving forward with really trying to help this issue.
All right, so what do people do? I know that there's this Strong for Life. You guys identify 4 building blocks that every kid needs to do. We'll run through those. Eat right, be active, get support, and then also have fun.
Right. That's the most important one, have fun.
Have fun. Of course, kids want to go out there and they want to have fun. Is it tough for parents to be able to give all that to their children?
Well, I think we all struggle with it. I mean, time and money are still the 2 most common barriers to being able to be healthy, right? I mean, it's still harder it's more expensive to buy healthier food, and it's hard to find the time to be out there as much as we used to be.
And what advice, if you could give advice to a parent who may be watching right now who is obese or overweight, and may not be really accepting of the fact that their own child may be obese or overweight, because they may look at him and go, well, he's not that big.
Right, and I think that's where we need to really change our focus a little bit. Everybody can do something to be healthier, no matter what your weight is. So it doesn't really matter if you're obese or overweight or whatever the medical definition is of your weight. Do something to be healthier. Find something that you want to do, something that's fun, and add it into your life. Right? Go on those family walks. Go try a new vegetable. I mean,
go tell the kids to play outside and come back when the sun goes down, right?
Exactly. Find something that you want to do so that you'll keep doing it.
All right. Very good. Dr. Stephanie Walsh, I appreciate your time this morning and the advice.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. And still to come this morning, how schools are now getting in on battling childhood obesity and how one fast food chain is now making a commitment to help get kids healthy. We'll have more on that coming up after the break.